Hi everybody, it's Jenna from Jenna Stitches. Today is Saturday, October 8th. It is also Podcaster Spirit Weekday 7, which is Disney Day. And I surprisingly, very surprisingly, do not own any clothes that are Disney or anything. And I was going to film out in my dining room because I do have a Beauty and the Beast picture that is made out of like dictionary paper. So I figured that could be part of my Disney theme thing, but it's getting late and there's not really much light out there. So I figured I'd at least make a video even though I'm not Disney themed. And also I did miss yesterday. I don't know what happened. I had planned to make a video on both my breaks and my lunch at work, and I just was super tired, and then I ended up actually, I think, falling asleep like as soon as I clocked out. And I was just kind of blah all night, and I've actually been that way all day today. Me and my kids went and got groceries this morning, and then we went to Target and stopped at Michael's. So I did get a little bit of yarn there that I'll show in a different video. Maybe. I do have to use it soon because it's all for projects for other people. But I definitely want to show you guys what I got. And then we got back and I had all these plans, and I ended up doing some dishes, taking a bath, and then taking a nap. And then I've just kind of been sitting there since. So it's kind of just one of those lazy days, which I'm not complaining about. I've been super busy and on the go a lot lately, whether it's work or, you know, the weekends. So to actually sit and do nothing for a little bit has been nice. So today's video, I am going to show you some yarn I got from my grandma. So my mom ran into my grandma at the store last weekend and had her meet her at her house afterwards and gave her a bunch of yarn to give to me. I don't have all of it here with me because there is a lot. So I'm just going to show you what's near me, and I'll probably show the rest of it in a different video. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, wait. You can see, there you go. That bag right there is a finished project, technically 4 finished projects that I'll show tomorrow in my weekly weekly progress video. And I'm actually thinking about making a tutorial for the bag and everything in the bag. Since they all are my own designs. It's a spa bag, so inside it, and you're going to hear this again tomorrow. If you watch my weekly progress video, I didn't plan on talking about this, but it caught my eye being over there. Inside the bag is a shower poof or bath poof thing, a little face washcloth that's very tiny, and then a bigger washcloth. So all of the things, including the bag, are my own design, and I did write it down as I was going. So I'm planning on, if everybody likes the idea of it, making tutorials for everything there. But back to the yarn. So I have a box of yarn next to me that she had given me, and then I have a bag of yarn too. And sidetrack again. Somebody had asked, I swear, and now I can't find the comment, so I don't know if somebody had asked on one of my comments and I replied and didn't answer the question asked, or if somebody had asked me in a comment that I made on their video, what yarn the hat I was wearing for Hat Day was made out of. So Hat Day was, I believe, the first day of Podcaster Spirit Week, so it would have been last Sunday. And I had on a hat that is not near me. I was going to show it. But like I said, I believe somebody had asked me what yarn the hat was made out of. And I don't believe this yarn is available anymore, but is the Big Twist Arcade. And this is the same colorway the hat was made out of. It's just called Pink Blue Multi. These are the Big Twists that came out last year around winter time. And I had 2 of them. And the hat didn't even take a full one, so I have a whole nother one. Actually, I'll probably make a hat out of that one too. But back to the yarn haul. So the first thing that she gave me is this bag of yarn, and as you can see, it's all the same yarn. And it is all Premier Sweet Roll, which I was really excited about. I don't think I've ever actually used a Premier Sweet Roll. I use Premier sometimes, not a lot, because I prefer to buy yarn in the store rather than order it. So Premier is not generally a yarn that I use, but I've definitely used it before. But I've always been drawn to the sweet rolls. I really like them, and I've always wanted this color. So I was really excited when I saw this. But the Premier Sweet Rolls are a medium number 4, 5-ounce cake, 245 yards, and it's 100% acrylic. The colorway of these is Peaches and Cream Pop. And there is 1, 2, 3 with ball bands on them. This one does not have a ball band on it, but it looks and feels the same. And then there is a project in here that she had already started. And I've looked at this so many times now, and I still cannot tell if it's knitted or crocheted. If you look at the top of it, it looks crocheted, but then the stitches themselves look knitted. And I've never seen a stitch like that that could be crocheted. And the way the yarn is carried looks knitted. But like it's got the V's that crochet would have. I don't know what it is, but I love it. I might have to talk to her and see if she remembers what it is or anything, because I would like to just continue whatever this is, because I just think that stitch is really, really pretty. But there is that, and it's connected to this. And I have a feeling that if I were to frog this with this, it would make a whole nother cake. So that would be 5 of the Premier Sweet Rolls that she gave me. I know I saw her about a month or so ago, and she gave me some yarn then, and she did say something about having more yarn that she wanted to put in a yard sale because it was more expensive yarn. So I don't know if she's at the point where she's just not crocheting or knitting anymore, and that's why she gave it all to me. I'm not really sure. But 5 cakes of sweet rolls can definitely make a really good project. And then the box that I have right here next to me has various different yarns in it. The first thing is some Paintbox, which again I was really excited about. When I first started crocheting and really getting into yarn, Paintbox was like my go-to. It's about 3 years ago, yeah. I didn't really have a big collection of yarn when I started, and you know, I guess none of us really do. But I knew I didn't really like Red Heart because it's scratchy. And that's really the most accessible yarn, I think, for any of us, but especially for me because of where I live. It's over half an hour to get to Michael's or Joann's, and those ones aren't really that nice. So it's almost an hour to get to any other Michael's or Joann's or a Hobby Lobby. So I don't even know if I knew about Hobby Lobby at the time. Oh, I would have, because I used to go to Hobby Lobby to get cross-stitch stuff. But I guess I didn't really think about getting yarn there. But anyways, that was a whole sidetrack conversation there. I bought a bunch of Paintbox when I first started crocheting, and I really, really like Paintbox yarns. Now that I have had experience with other yarns, Premier Basics, I love this yarn. What else do I really... Big Twist. Any of that, I would probably say Paintbox. Oh, and Stylecraft Special, DK. I would say Paintbox is probably not one of my favorites anymore, but I think I'll always love it because it's good yarn. So I got 1 white, or actually, I'm sorry, 2 white. There's 2 in here of the Paintbox Simply Chunky. And these are 100% acrylic, a bulky number 5, 100-ounce balls, 149 yards, and there is no colorway on Paintbox, but it is just white. The thing about this, with how familiar I am with Paintbox, that to me is not a bulky number 5. And I know bulky number 5s vary quite a bit on a thinner, almost a 4-weight side up to, you know, what could be considered a 6-weight. But I do have some Paintbox Aran yarn. I don't have any near me, or I'd grab some, but it's almost identical to that. So I wouldn't consider this a chunky. I would definitely consider it a thicker number 4, but I still love it and still will get good use out of it. And then there's 2 of the Simply Chunky again. So same specs in this soft gray color. I don't think this is a full ball of it. It definitely feels smaller than this, and you can kind of tell just by looking at it. But hey, it's yarn. So that is the Paintbox yarn that was in here. Then I got... Did you break your toy again?
Yeah.
Whatever is playing on my TV, which it's YouTube, right? Yes. I can't tell who the voice is. It's definitely a crochet YouTube video that's playing on my TV. They just said something about butt cheeks. I can't fix this, Maverick.
Come on, just do it.
You'll have... Oh, there you go. Be careful, it's not on there really good. Okay, sorry about that. So the next thing I got from her is this Loops and Threads Wool-like. And I've actually never seen this before. I don't know if it's still made or anything. But it is a super fine number 1, 678 yards, and a 100 gram ball, 3.5 ounces. And it's 85% acrylic, 15% nylon. You can definitely feel that nylon in there. It's pretty stretchy. This is in the colorway beige. Then I have the same thing in the colorway pumpkin spice. And the same thing in the colorway cool gray. And I was thinking all 3 of those could go really, really good together. Make a nice, like, lightweight fall shawl. Especially with how many yards they are. I could probably make more than 1 shawl, but I think they would look really good in one project together. The next thing we got in here is also Loops and Thread. It is Loops and Threads Joy DK. Also, I don't think they make this anymore. I'm not sure. My hair looks very fluffy right now. This is a 100% anti-pilling acrylic, lightweight number 3 in the colorway Cloud. And they are 273 yards, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. This one does not have the label on it anymore, but I do feel like it's a full donut of yarn. So there is 2 of those. Just a few more things. I have Premier Yarns Serenity sock weight yarn. These are 230 yards, 50 grams, 1.76 ounces, and it's 50% superwash merino wool, 25% rayon made from bamboo, and 25% nylon. It is a sock weight, so it's a super fine number 1 in the colorway navy. And I don't know about you guys, and I know navy can be pretty dark. To me, even in person and looking at it on camera, it looks gray. I don't see any, maybe a very light tinge of blue in there, but I would definitely call this a gray. But I've never used that before. I'm kind of excited. I do want to make a pair of socks. I don't know if I am comfortable enough to knit a pair of socks yet, especially because I haven't used DPNs before. But I want to get some and I want to practice. But I do have quite a few patterns for crocheted socks, so I actually think I might make socks out of that. And then the rest of the stuff in here, I'm just going to take it out of the box really quick, is, well, not all of it, but there is an Impeccable yarn by Loops and Threads. It is medium number 4, 285 yards, 4.5 ounces, 127.5 grams. And it is in the color pumpkin, so very fitting for this time of year. I actually don't think I've ever used Impeccable. I know I've used the chunky or bulky version of Loops and Thread that would be comparable to Impeccable, but I don't think I've ever used the 4-weight. Definitely not the softest thing in the world, but I'm actually thinking I'm gonna make some pumpkins out of it, so it doesn't matter if it's soft or not. And then the rest of it is all the same type of yarn, same brand and everything. And it is a yarn I've never seen before, and I don't know if they make it anymore, but it's called Red Heart Baby Hugs. And this is a medium number 4, 100% acrylic, 4.5 ounces, 127 grams, 247 yards. This colorway I have 2 of, and it is in the colorway Frosting. And I don't know why, I just really love that name of it. And actually, I've tried to film this video a few times over the past couple days, and I kept having issues. So I know all the names of this Baby Hugs, and they all have the cutest names. And I have this blue one, which is Blueberry. I have this gray one, which is not a full skein. She's definitely used some of it, but these are super soft. Which makes sense, it's called Baby Hugs, but this one is in the colorway Dolphin. And then the last thing I have is the red one, which is in the colorway Ladybug, which again, I just love the names of it, super cute. So that is everything I'm going to show you for what she gave me. I do have a whole nother garbage bag of yarn, and I think everything that's in there, with an exception of like 2 Premier yarns, I've never even heard of. And some of it is actually in different languages and stuff. So I'll get that video up at some point this week. I do have quite a few videos I'm going to film. So I'm thinking I might be able to get a video up every day again. I didn't want to participate in Vlogtober just because being so new to YouTube still, I didn't know if I'd be able to talk about something every single day. So I didn't want to fail at it. But so far I've only missed one day, and that was yesterday. And everything that I have planned, as long as I can record the videos and keep on track, I should be able to have a video out every day next week at least. But I will see you all tomorrow for my weekly progress video. And I'm going to try to film it earlier in the morning. Usually I film it in the afternoon, but I have had trouble uploading lately, and I don't know if it's like my phone, because my phone's been really weird. I actually had to factory reset it yesterday, which is another reason why I didn't make a video, because that really was stressful. And I factory reset it, and it changed my passcode, and I didn't know what the passcode was, and I couldn't get back in my phone, and the only options was to pay for this program that could completely erase my phone and reset it, or take it to an Apple store. And I don't know what was wrong with it, but it was saying that my memory was full, and it was full with photos and videos, yet there was no photos or videos on my phone. So it was just a mess. It was really stressful, and anytime I tried to make a video, either something was going on at home or my phone wouldn't work. So it's fixed now, but it's also taking a very long time for the videos to upload for me. So I'm going to try to get the weekly progress video done earlier tomorrow in the day, so that it will actually get uploaded at some point tomorrow. Before I go, I used that yarn. I made a cowl and a hat. It was the pumpkin spice cowl and hat out of Karen's swirl cakes, which you'll see all of that in my weekly progress video tomorrow. But I finished that on Thursday, I want to say. It could have even been Wednesday, and all this redness right here and right here, I know you can't see it as much on this hand, but you can see it a lot here and down here, and actually right here too, is all because there is wool in that yarn. And while I was using it, it wasn't bothering me at all. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not that bad. I have blisters, like little tiny blisters all in here, a lot of little ones in here. Same with this one. So that's what happens when I use wool yarn. It's so lovely. But everybody have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow with my weekly progress video. Bye.